Good evening and welcome to Collector Cars. I'm Lance, your host. There was a time, folks, when I was in complete control here in the studio.
Not anymore.
But those days
Clearly
are
that's
gone
ended.
forever. I mean, I just can't, ever since the ladies were on here, I think that control has been non-existent. With me in the studio tonight,
Is who?
our mystery guest. The Halloween show is next week. Next week.
Next week?
And look at this one. You know what makes him so angry and so mean? He's got the patch on his good eye.
Yeah. No wonder I can't see.
Yes, the camera people came in and they said, "Where's your mask, Lance?" And these two guys said, "He's
They got
it on."
How true, how true. All right, here we go.
Mr. Petty, Mr. Mergens. Huh?
It's warm under
A little
there.
bit warm under there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't
See,
see what
now
I was
if you
doing
guys
either.
look like me, you'd never have to wear a mask.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
We had to get Mr. Petty on the show tonight because this will be our last opportunity because you are heading up north. This is your yearly sabbatical. Is it your dad or Mary's dad that has a huge piece of property in Pennsylvania?
No, it's in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
we
do
own
your-
it. He's living on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to go up there and do your hunting thing?
Hunting trip.
And you know, what really is neat about this is that every time he comes back, I always talk him into giving me some
Venison.
venison. Yeah, because you know, you never get that down here. So,
Yeah.
and I'm actually learning to cook it better. The first time you gave it to me, it was like,
Well, we'll get you some more.
"Ooh." I thought I had turned it into a hockey puck. If you don't cook it right, it can be
Yeah, you don't cook
tough,
it well done.
rubbery. There's no well
fat.
done with that.
Yeah, there's no fat in it.
right.
It's very lean.
very lean.
Very lean.
And it's very good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
And I'm acquiring a very good taste, so get an extra one for me.
Well, we're going to look for a few deer, maybe a black bear this year, and maybe some turkey.
All right.
So,
That's
we'll do
all
okay.
That's quite a dinner.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm actually going to play that footage on the risk that I'll have every animal activist at the door of the show next time, but we're going to try it one day.
One day.
We have had another good weekend, got our shows in. What an incredible crowd at Hunsaders. I talked to David after the show. I was not having a good day. I blew a tire coming in and all that kind of stuff, and we had a little bit less space, and it's always tough getting them in there because this event, I mean, all he told me was, look, he said, Lance, this is huge today. Well, one, because of the weather. It was
Yeah,
beautiful,
it's
nice,
good
cool
all
weather.
weekend.
And he said, all I can tell you is we're way over 20,000. He said, how many exactly, they don't know. They didn't know at that point. But what an incredible crowd. Had a great crowd of cars. It was a beautiful
It
weekend.
wasn't even compared to the number of cars I had, though. Was it?
Can I have one of those masks?
Oktoberfest. We had more than 100.
Bayfest.
Oh, yeah.
Bayfest.
Oh, man.
Every year he seems to pack just a few more in.
Yeah.
You know, squeezes a few spaces here and there. And now the real estate place.
Yeah, the Duncan Real Estate allowed us
yes.
to use their parking lot, which is...
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous day. And that's another show, Mark, that brought out the spectators just
Yeah.
in droves.
Yeah.
I sat in the trailer watching them coming back and forth and walking up the street, walking back down the street. Just tons and tons of people. So it was really the first really good weather weekend we've had, and Bill's show was great. We did great up there. I got 4 shows in for the weekend. Now I'm approaching my 5-show weekend. I'm doing the countdown on the email blast. Did you get my email blast?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Want to make sure you guys are up to date.
Up to date.
You know?
I
Make
looked
sure
at
you
it,
know
didn't
where
read
we're-
it.
Yes, and the weather should be pretty good Saturday, especially in the morning. So we're hoping to get to start our Home Depot games that Mark has put together for us.
Yeah, I should try to. I had to work last weekend, but I'll try to be.
See if you can come up because that'd be a neat thing to
Yeah.
you know to start that out over there. And I'm anticipating a pretty good turnout.
Yeah,
there
the weather's
because,
supposed to be good. And
weather's supposed
you
to be
know,
good.
It's not so
You know,
darn
make it a little
hot.
hot in the afternoon, but we'll be shutting down by then at the first show. So
Yeah.
we have for you folks tonight. We started out and we did 2 clips from the AACA show in up in Connecticut, and Mr. John Graham, he does these for us in. He groups the 40s and 50s cars together, the antiques together. So tonight, you're going to see some stuff from the 60s and 70s that was up at the AACA. And if you're ready, Mr. Perkins, just roll the footage. Cruising reporter John Graham, check this out.
Charger.
66 Charger, Lori Zelansky.
And you know, there's a body style that, you know, you kind of got to get used to, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it was a NASCAR thing, you know, that they did with it but as well. But, you know, kind of one of those body styles you don't see that many more of, you know, this day and age. But it certainly is a really cool looking car.
Uh-oh. We're getting some glitches. Doggone it. I'm trying to work on that,
Is it a
folks.
340 car?
Maybe that's maybe it has to do with Mopars. We'll see if it straightens out when we get to the Chevys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So did you sabotage that, Bill?
No, I didn't.
Camaros?
You know.
The styling on this, from the back, it's very similar to the Marlin.
Yes.
That Marlin they made.
Yeah, hidden headlights, and
It's a beautiful car.
you know, it was a big car for sure.
Yeah. Well, all the way through 69, 70.
Yeah.
Still a big car. And that is one group that's by themselves. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of them, and then all of a sudden you get to the Mopar show and there's a bunch of them.
1966 Ford Falcon Ranchero. This is Durwood Winchell.
See, there's another car that you don't really see a lot of.
Yeah.
And of course, John has the knack for finding those. I think there's a lot of them in there. Six.
Six-cylinder.
Wow.
6.
You know, I mean, it's he seems to be able to locate those things that you wouldn't see. You know, we've seen Rancheros, but that era, we really don't see that many. And then a 6-cylinder, no less.
Well, that Ford Ranchero was in 2 different ones. There was a big one and a small one, right? There was the full-size body,
Yeah.
and then the small
Yeah.
one.
And then a
Exactly.
small one.
Yeah. And that's what that is. That's the smaller of the 2, and that's got the 6 in it, right?
And that's got the 6 in it, yeah.
Certainly nicely done, though. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. All nice, clean. Documentation on the front seat. And drive that car anywhere you want to go today.
That's right.
I love those horns when you had that sweeping horn in the middle of the silver,
Yeah, the
silver rim, because no matter where your hands were on the wheel,
Still
whoop,
could get it.
yeah, you didn't have to look
Is
for
that
it.
T-Bird?
That's sweet. 66 T-Bird 390, 315 horsepower. Mike
Convertible.
and Lynn, not sure how to pronounce the last name. Mike and Lynn.
Tilt-away steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, by that time, of course, obviously, Thunderbird had left their roots behind big time.
Yeah.
But you had those, the early ones after that, 58, 9, you know, in that era where they had some styling that, you know, I don't know, it was kind of questionable at times, I think. Whereas this really became, you know, that kind of that luxury car. Boy, that's
I like
nice.
the way
Tom.
the seats
Wrap
are done
around.
in the back,
Yeah, yeah.
wrap around. and all that,
Excellent.
Yeah. Great car. You know, if this doesn't get any better, Bill, I may stop the clip because this is it's people are going to have a hard time seeing these cars, man.
Oh, we got to see this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
67 Camaro RS. RS, of course, would be hidden headlights. That's one of the telltale points with it. And I think this is the car, if we get a interior shot, you know, so that's
327?
327 would have been the stock V8
Yeah.
back in that era. I think this may be the car that's got a bench seat in it, so be looking at that. Yeah.